Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers analysis and recap of that just disastrous debacle against the Bengals week 12. Steelers losing this one 41 to 10, and they fall to 5 and 1 on the season. Gonna keep this one as short as possible because A, there isn't a whole lot to say about this game, and B, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I apologize if my voice sounds even worse than usual. But yeah, what do you say about this butt kicking? Pittsburgh losing in every facet of this game: trench play, tackling, fundamental football, taking care of the football, special teams, just overall across the board, really poor performance. And what angers me the most, and there's a lot of things. Obviously, when you lose 41 to 10, functionally 41 to 3, that garbage time touchdown, only skews the stat just a little bit. But, on Tuesday, Mike Tomlin made no bones about it, saying this is a big week for us. And he was right. It was a big week for Pittsburgh. It wasn't a must win game, but huge AFC North kind of, rivalry, so to speak. It's certainly been closer games as of late. You're trying to get revenge after the Bengals beat you in week 3. You think, okay, starters are coming back. You're going to get TJ back. You're going to get Alex Highsmith back from that week 3 game. Mika's returning. This game meant a whole lot to both teams, and on the field, it only felt like it meant to anything to one team, the Bengals, of course. So the Steelers were accused of quitting in week 3. I don't know if that's true, but they sure didn't show up for this game. That much is true. They could not stop the run. I don't understand why Isaiah Buggs was inactive in this game. I've been critical of Buggs. He's as frustrating of a defender as there is to watch, but I mean, he was literally the only nose tackle on this team, and you make him inactive. Cam Hayward played some nose, and I mean, you're getting him into more double teams, and not really his game. He can do it because he's Cam Hayward, but I mean, I just don't understand why you're dressing Archibong and Mondo, who are just worse players than Bugs, and they've had their own inconsistency issues and things like that in a game where the Bengals are going to run the ball or capable of running the football, and they certainly did. Joe Mixon would have had 200 today had the starters not been pulled, had this game not been so lopsided overall. The Bengals run for a buck 98, and so this run defense is bad. It's worse than bad. It's the worst in the NFL, and there's a lot of reasons for that, of course. But man, you really miss Tyson Alualu. Ever since he got hurt with that MCL sprain last year, even when he came back. He was dealing with the MCL sprain, wasn't fully recovered, had a high ankle sprain as well. There's a direct correlation between the Steelers' run D and Alualu's absence or injury plagued games he's kind of gutted through. This run D was strong the first 7 weeks of last year, was second in football behind Tampa Bay. And since then, they have been by far the worst in the football. Now, also, you missed Stephon Tuitt, Devin Bush isn't playing well, missed tackles, et cetera, et cetera. So you can't put it all on the absence of Alu. But man, you really miss this guy, and he makes a world of difference to this team. But no one on this defense played well. James Spear had as bad of a game as a corner can have, and he's a young guy, and you take your lumps and you hopefully learn from it. This was kind of a potential redemption game for Pierre, and that did not happen. He got mossed by T. Higgins, missed tackles, just looked lost, had penalties, and so one of the ugliest performances from a cornerback I've seen in quite some time. And Steeler fans know ugly cornerback play pretty well based on the last decade or so. So feel for him, but did not play well objectively. Everyone understands that. And offensively, no push from the run game. The offensive line not getting the push. Pittsburgh still wanted to come out. It seemed like heavy in this one with Watt and Banner on the field against the Bengals. Top 5 ranked run defense. It'll go heavy and put 5 D linemen on the field when you go heavy in your run game. So I don't get that approach there, but it really didn't, I guess, mean a whole lot or matter too much. Ultimately, the Pittsburgh couldn't run the football by the time the second quarter rolled around. You get Ben's pick six. He gets pushed into by Dan Moore getting walked back on that play. Miscommunication on the first interception there from Ben to Chase Claypool. I don't know who that's on. My inkling is it's a wheel route, so you kind of run the out, and if you throw it early, then you hit the out route. If you throw it late, then you hit the wheel downfield. The vertical concept of it, but just miscommunication. It felt like on that play, Ben seemed to say as much after the game. But yeah, terrible game. And as your consolation prize, you get Baltimore next weekend, who has always run well against Pittsburgh, even whenever Pittsburgh has had legitimately, top 5 run defenses. And so I don't know what the approach is. You got the Ravens, a short week against Minnesota. It's not looking good, obviously. That's an understatement, and you guys all understand that. So not much else to say. This game sucked. It was terrible. It was horrible, and I don't know exactly how they fix it to get better. Is the most important question. No, Joe Hayden did not play, but you had the majority of your starters back. So unless Pittsburgh has to have every single starter back and every single starter play, exceptional performance for this defense to function, which is how this team was built: run the ball and stop the run. I can't do either. as of late. At least the last 2 games, and the run defense has been a bigger issue for several games now. So to do that against the Bengals, the AFC North game is just really depressing, obviously. So I'll wrap this video up. We'll of course have a recap and analysis of this one, some coaches' films. I'm sure you guys will try to stomach through our live stream. Hopefully, if I'm feeling well enough tomorrow with Dave and I, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. Appreciate you watching and listening, and we'll talk to you soon.